LCA, Acadiana, 3. Two of the best defenses in the whole entire city. I Lafayette. Going head to head. Going head to head yet again. I don't like messing up in my intro. Going head to head yet again for the 3rd time. Acadiana's taking the last 2 wins by sort of blowouts. But will Acadiana win this game? Can LCA win this game? Can LCA's offense put up some numbers on the board against arguably one of the best defenses in the state? Can't say team. I can't say team because it might be last week. They sort of the best teams. They be top 5. But can they put some points up on the board without Sage Ryan? We'll just have to see on Friday night. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, you see what I do. Let's get right into this, man. So look, I ain't gonna say the roster because I don't feel like doing the roster this season. It takes up too much time. And last year when I did the LCA videos, y'all went up against the teams. Y'all went up against the names. It was hard. It was some hard names. I'm not even gonna lie. I remember one video, it took me like 10 minutes, 8 minutes to say the whole roster. Anyway, let's talk about LCA, guys. Talk about them real quick. So I'm gonna give you what I'm gonna talk about. Talk about LCA. Talk about the game that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna talk about last year's game. That's what's gonna happen. Alright. Not in that order, because I ain't probably gonna remember that order. Anyway, it look like they got some new coaches, but they are led by Trev Folk, who got a bald head. I ain't got my glasses and I ain't got no light. So we got Skip to my Lou, Babino, Bailey Josiah. Wait. Bailey. I think that name is wrong. I don't know where I got Bailey from. I'm not sure where I got Bailey from. Josiah Broussard, Will Hudson, Andrew Gobert, Joey Jackson. I'm about to say Jesse Jackson. Hunter Landry, who I think the kicker coach. Shazier Malbrew. I said his name wrong. Errol Rogers, Matt Stanford, and Reggie Williams. I was about to say Matt Stafford. Anyway, the Rams look like they high school, sort of. But the Rams are like real life. They look like they're the real deal. Even though it's against the Bears, I know, but they look like the real deal. Their defense is really good. Anyway, last year, you know, I watched every LCA game except for the Richmond game and whatever game y'all had in week 3, I think. But you know, last year I used to do LCA videos, but I stopped this year because it's gonna be too much. Because I gotta go to the gym, I gotta eat, I got class, and it's just too much. It's just too much. I think I'll just stick with the Rams. That's why I graduated from, so I'm gonna just stick with them. But all you people that want to know about the LCA videos, I'm not doing them this year. I should have done the end of the season one, but I procrastinated, and it had a hard speech class. No, not even a speech. What was it? Communication class I had to do. So I didn't really have time to do it. The end of the season LCA recap. I was gonna recap everything, same thing I did the Acadiana video. I was gonna do with y'all, yada yada. Last year, I enjoyed watching this season. I'm not even gonna lie. What I really enjoyed watching last season was when y'all was kicking the crap out of teams. How the 2s would come in, the 3s would come in, the freaking 4s would come in and score. I really like that. Not really sure what happened to Trey Andrews, Marzell, but not really sure what happened. He must have got injured or something. I'm not really sure what happened. But I really expect him to be big this season. But last year, something always stopped me. Offense averaged 37.7 points a game. They scored exactly 370 points. Boy, I can't see, boy. I need some context. The defense was phenomenal. Even though they played some teams that's not even on their level. Even though they won it, Acadiana game only held us to 21 points. Which is second most, tied for the second most points, least points that we scored last season. It was good for them. 7.7 points a game. They played teams like Newman, who got a good offense. Played St. Charles, who's not an offensive team, but they won their game literally because of their defense. Newman, Notre Dame, they won because of their defense. Not really, but their offense showed up that game, which I was impressed. They put 42 up against Notre Dame. Because Notre Dame got a pretty decent defense. And they won state against St. Charles, like I said, 12-7. I really enjoyed that game too, even though it was a defensive game. Could have been a shutout, but they returned that pick 6. But damn, just talking about this, I low-key miss doing LCA videos, but hey, that's a lot of football to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. But anyway, I already gotta watch Acadiana videos. Anyway, let's go to the schedule. It's an alright schedule. It's an alright schedule. I'd rather see them with a face cam girl instead of laughing at us. We'll get to that later. But anyway, for the Jamboree, it was St. Martinville. Then the week after, I don't know the score for that. I watched it a little bit. I didn't really want to watch it because I think I was watching wrestling that night. Yeah. I'm talking too much. But anyway, let's get right into this, man. Let's get right into this. All right, played Zachary. They lost. I think it was like 14-12. They literally lost at the end. The next week, played Westgate. Won that game 19-7. I want to get into that later. Then it just beat the smack. It slapped the green off of Lafayette last week. Oh, last Friday. 47-27. My goodness. I was shocked at that score. I thought Lafayette would have put up a fight a little bit. Anyway, Acadiana, St. Helena, Catholic BBW, Lake Arthur, Notre Dame, Port Barry hate me, Jefferson Rise, Charter, and Welsh. Head coach, you got Trevorick Folk, who was 55-7 before the season. Now that the season started, next week, which is going to be next Monday, he's going to be 57-8. You see what I did there? Yeah, you see what I did there. But yeah, look, here's their losses. We got Sage Ryan, their biggest loss, probably the biggest loss in LCA history. Probably the greatest LCA player in, the greatest LCA player in history. Dude did everything except for be on D-line and O-line, but he did everything. Hopefully he does good at LSU. Got Ant Rich, who they lost. Ryan Roberts, who really wasn't a loss because they had Juju on most of the season. Louis Davies, Kemon Scott, who wasn't really a loss because they got 3 new receivers that started this year that a lot of people didn't know about from LCA. Yeah. Tyrell Lockett, who sort of wasn't really a loss because they could have moved Master to D-line, and they got Melvin Hills the third at D-tackle, and Sean Charles Ned, who low-key a little bit of loss because they give him big size on the outside edge. But here they starters. You got Triple J, Dedrick, Luke Aragona, and Dudley Jackson, who I think be starting sometime. Or they split time between each other. We got Cohen. These are the Wilds. Cohen, D-Riggs, Alex, Brienne, and he also splits time with Alonzo. Hopefully Jason gets some time. Jason Gasper Jr. Their O-line is Brennan, Josiah, Joshua Flynn, Michael Miller, Jesse Jeffrey, I almost said Jesse Jackson, Trevor Jeffrey, and I'm sure some other people split time on the O-line because they got a deep O-line unit. Yeah, and I really thought Jesse Jeffrey was a junior last year, but he's a sophomore. Damn. On the defense, top 10 defense in the state. I'm just letting you know that, Acadiana. Got Mason Lewis, Fitzgerald, Melvin Hills the third. Bennett Thurman, who I think is going to be the leader of the defense next year, along with Sandy Lewis. Braylon Ziegler, Devin Leday, who was injured last season so he couldn't play, and Tyler Charles, Keelan, Brylan, Devin, and Jordan Allen, who is top 5 cornerback in the state, in America probably. And also William Manis, I think, splits time. I haven't really got a chance to really look deep into the LCA games this season. Just haven't. And also Sandy Lewis, who for some reason, I didn't think him and Mason were related, but they're actually brothers. And he's big as hell, just like Mason. No homo. But, see, the past 5 years, LCA has only been a football team, high school football team, since 2015, I think. They turned it around 2016. They were 7-4. Year after that, 13-1. They won state these next few years, I'm about to say. 17, 18, 19, 20. 14-0, 12-1, 9-1. And there's a few things. There's something I noticed, guys. With all these ones, these last 4 seasons, I'm gonna include this season with the 5th. There's a 1 in 17. That was a loss against Vermilion Catholic, undefeated next year. The 19-20, they lost to Acadiana. So, like, if you think about it, if LCA never lost against Acadiana, they could have had 3 consecutive undefeated seasons. But, you know, we have to do our thing. Or they have to do our thing. I just have to do the talking. Anyway, let's talk about the Westgate game. Now, that game, I'm for some reason, I don't know why, but forget that. But Mason Lewis had 5 sacks that game. 5 sacks. So, you got to block him. Triple Dre threw a bomb to D Riggs for a TD. They won the game 19-7. Their defense held it down. Now let's talk about the Lafayette game, bro. The Lafayette game, bro. I did not expect that, bro. Now I expected the score, but the way the score happened, I didn't expect. Man, it's cold in here. You know, I was watching the Acadiana game, and I got my post notifications on Twitter. Oh boy, I can't see any contacts. They destroyed Lafayette, bro. They destroyed it. Oh yeah, and also Cooper began playing time at linebacker. He's a baseball player, and I'm guessing he's fast, so it was a good idea for them to move him from safety to linebacker. I forgot that. I even got a Martin shirt on. I got a Martin shirt on, and I didn't even plan this out. I just picked. My mom needed to go to the store, so I came with her. I just picked up a shirt and just one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Sadly, it had to end. Anyway, man, just LCA just destroyed them. You know, it was 40-7 at halftime, and it was like 26-0 in the first quarter. I remember watching Acadiana game. Sadly, when I was watching that game, man, LCA just destroying them. I feel like I'm talking about LCA more than Acadiana, but this is LCA Acadiana video. Talk to myself, my bad. But man, they were just destroying Lafayette. Triple J, man, he had damn near almost 400 yards. 14 for 16 passing, 277 yards passing, 4 TDs, no picks, 9 rushes for 94 yards. Now that's key right there. That's key right there. Y'all listen to that. 9 rushes, 94 yards, 2 TDs. Alonzo Reyes broke out like I knew he was gonna break out last season. When I knew he was gonna break out this season, but he really didn't get the chance last season because they had K'Mon starting in I forgot Peyton Janice. I can't remember the other wide receivers, but yeah, they had all them people back. The wide receiver core was deep, so you know he didn't really get a chance to show who he was, other than on JV. And that time he returned a kick, punt return, but they called it back. But it is what it is. But he's showing who he is now. Yeah, trying to remember without looking. 7 catches. I gotta look. 7 catches for 116 yards. I think I swapped him in D Riggs stats wrong. I think for a touchdown. And D Riggs had 5 receptions for 136 yards and a TD. And defense just held it down the first half, but you know they put the 2s in, 3s in, 4s in. I mean everybody's scoring, bro. Jujuan scored 6 times. Also Alex Beer got a touchdown. Who else it was? I can't remember who else got the touchdown. But man, everybody's scoring, bro. Freaking Jujuan scoring. Alex was scoring. Alonzo was scoring. D. Ricks was scoring. The principal was scoring. Everybody was scoring the last year. Anyway, man. Now, guys, I need to talk about the LCA right quick on what exactly needs to happen and who exactly for LCA. Well, let me talk to Acadiana. I'm talking about LCA too damn long. How much time I'm on? I've been talking about them too long, but look, let me talk about LCA. Acadiana first. Now, last week, you know, we struggled last week to get the struggle last week. But, oh wait, I'm tripping, guys. I gotta talk about last year's game. Now, last year's game went how I freaking expected. We won. My prediction for that game was 21-0. And before that, it was 14-0. Then I switched 21-0. And we won that game. It didn't come easy, though. First half, we was up 7-0 after Tyven took it in the first quarter. Well, I had to get into the second quarter, I think. Then Ryan Roberts got injured that game, which put him out for a long period of time to like almost the end of the season. Literally their last game, I think. But yeah, that happened. Our defense dominated. We didn't give up more than 120 yards. Our defense showed up big time during that game. We had 3 picks. Jordan had a pick. Kennedy had a pick. Caleb had a pick. So those 3 picks the LCA gave up, which they need to clean up. Third quarter comes around, or fourth quarter comes around, I think. And just bad tackling led to Jeremiah scoring an easy touchdown after the bad tackling that he broke away from. Then end of the game, LCA get the ball back. Yada yada. I think Walter sacked Jujuan. Jordan picked it up. I miss Jordan. I low-key miss Jordan. I miss him. No offense to anybody. I miss Jordan. He was a big part of our team last year. But Dom and Malik holding it down. Anyway, Jordan picked up and scored for a TD. And that's pretty much how the game went. But LCA defense was the reason why the game was 21-0, because if it wasn't for the defense, we would have put up 50. But I don't think LCA would never let a team do that. But that's how last year's game went. And that was a game where Kiva broke onto the scene with 90 yards. And where Jalen Lawrence and Macy Lewis showed up to the scene when Jalen had like 8 tackles, I think, and Massey had like 6. And we gave him 1 sack that game. And thankfully, we got Jalen, and we don't have to deal with him this week or ever again. He's on our team now, thankfully. Yeah, that's how the game went last year. But Acadiana, for offense and defense, for offense, we gotta move the ball because LCA's D-line good at hell. It's been the last 3 years. I mean, you got Big Fitz who's committed to LSU. You got Macy who's big. He's 6'4", 240. Damn, I spit. So we got to block him. So on offense, well, let me talk about the linebackers. The linebackers, Braden Ziegler, who's top 5 in the parish for linebackers, all schools included. He might be the second best. I don't know behind who. Maybe behind Davion Francis from Carencro, but he's probably second best in my opinion. Well, no offense for nobody but Acadiana. But I just haven't got. But y'all good. But he's just second. He's good as hell. Got Bennett Durway, who's pretty fast. He like getting in the backfield. So this week the key will be a dive play, and whoever's the pulling guard on our sweeps, that would be our key, because he like to get to the backfield. And we don't really need to worry about their DBs other than Brylan. I think he's back. I don't think he's back, but he's injured right now. And I think Keelan Thibodeau plays. I never really got to research who the LCA DBs are starting while everyone else is gone. But on offense, the person that needs to step up the most is Jackson, bro. It's Jackson and Mike. Jackson and Mike last week, even though, you know, offense didn't really get the ball moving, man, they held their ground, bro. And all the people know, they like 15 years old, bro. And they was holding it down last week, bro. You know, they was doing their thing for the most part, especially Jackson. Jackson surprised me last week. I said last week Mike had to step up, and Mike did decent, but Jackson was whipping. I seen him put Double J on his like twice, and Double J like 6'3", 300 pounds, and Jackson is freaking 6 feet, 240. So that was impressive. So if you could do that to him, I feel like he could do that to Big Fitz. Even though I don't think Big Fitz will be, I don't think he will be on top. Yeah, I think Fitzgerald will be in, over Jackson. So Jackson is the person that got to step up the most, dog. He got to step up the most. And Big Mike, because Big Mike he gave up a sack last week on a pull, so he got to step up to try and get Bennett. I think Bennett might be playing to the outside, one of the outside linebackers, like close to the edge, because they playing the 3-4. So whoever the pulling guards is this week, y'all got to step up. I know DZ and Rustin go do good, and Jaden. Even Jaden came out that he was real good that game last year, even though they switched him out in and out last season. Jaden was whooping LCA butt last year. I'm not even gonna lie. How much time I'm on? But yeah, this is how the game needs to go. So if this is a long video, I don't want you to stay because I got a lot of advice. That's why I step up on offense on Acadiana. On defense, person who got to step up the most on defense is Walter. Reason being, Walter hasn't got a sack yet. He was second on team in sacks last year, even though it came late into the season. Last year, he had 1.5 sacks against his team, but he has 0 so far. Now, Walter going to be going up against Brennan most of the game, potentially, most of the game, since Brennan is their best old lineman right now. He's a big Packers fan and a big Alabama fan, and he hates to lose. But Walter got to step up this week, bro. Like, the reason being, with the 9 rushes Triple J had last week and 94 yards, LCA literally watched film. I know they watched film on you guys last week, from the game last week. So they think just because Catholic BR was running all those same damn base plays, they was running those same plays, that they could do it against y'all. So Walter got to step up. Not that he did bad last week. It's just that he's our best rusher currently. Now I know we got Ty, I know we got Caden, but Caden didn't really have a lot of sacks last year. But Walter's our leading. He's gonna be our sack leader this year, in my opinion. Has yet to get one, but he's got to step up the most this week. Now let's go to LCA. On LCA's offense, person who got to step up the most, man, is definitely, I'd probably have to say, I'm not going to say any wide receivers because Acadiana's DB is just too good. That's just facts. But on the offense side of LCA, you got to step up the most. It's most definitely their running backs. Because, let's just be serious, bro. You got Luke Aragona. You got Dudley Jackson, who's low-key shifty. You got Dedrick Celestine. Now, let's be real, guys. Let's be real. These guys, just kidding. But let's be real, guys. LCA is not really going to get the ball off in the air a lot like they did last week against LCA. Now, they might. But if LCA want to win this game, guys, they gotta learn how to give it to their running backs more, or do a little bit of what was that route? What was that route in the first Madden, that Madden mode with Devin Wade? A check down. They gotta try for some more check downs, because I don't think their wide receivers gonna get it done. D Riggs might get it done for a little bit period of time, but those other 3 guys gotta step up against big teams. Because Alex a good route runner, but I've seen him on his camps. He's a good route runner. I didn't get a chance to see Alonzo highlights really. Cole and I really get to see a lot of them, but D Riggs, he's the best wide out. No offense, but I honestly feel like Acadiana's gonna potentially shut them down most of the game, but they're gonna go to D Riggs when they go to the air. But with LCA's running backs, they're gonna have to do something with them, because, or I'm not really sure what exactly LCA can do. I can't think of what type of strategy they're going to use, because we've destroyed them in the air. Now, hey, don't take no offense to this, anybody, but we destroyed them in the air and on the ground. So I'm not really sure what their game plan is going to be. But their running backs got to step up, because we've destroyed them in the rushing game. We haven't given up any touchdowns. We haven't even given up more than 100 yards in the last 2 meetings. So they got to step up. But most of Luke Aragona got to step up. He got to step up. You know, he's pretty decent, but he got to step up. He got to step up, because he's going to get some good linebackers. But it's Acadiana's game to win, because I just feel like our defense is going to dominate, like we have all season. I feel like we low-key dominated last week, even though we lost 20-0. But on the defense, person on defense going to step up the most, bro, is definitely, I'd say Braden. Nah, Bennett. I'd say Bennett, because if LCA want to stop Acadiana, it's gonna be due to Bennett. Nah, Bennett. No, I'd say Bennett and Jordan. No, this ain't no defense, Jordan. No, I know Jordan a lockdown defender, but last year, bro, I forgot he was in the game. Due to the fact, you know, they're going against Acadiana. Acadiana don't pass the ball much. But, like, I don't think he didn't have any sacks. But, like, man, I know he's a lockdown defender. But, you know, Brylan, I know Acadiana might not pass the ball much, but Jordan needed to try and get into the backfield, because Acadiana not going to pass the ball much. He literally passed in that game, like, twice. But Jordan, nah, Bennett gonna do good. But like Jordan, he got stepped up the most, cause man, he got to try to get into the backfield or something. I know he got good enough hands to hit Russell back, try to get to the backfield, get a tackle. But he got to step up the most, cause I know he's a lockdown defender. But he gotta try something different in the rushing game, or the coaches might not want him to do that. Might just want him to sit back for the pass, which won't really happen that much. So he got to step up the most, in my opinion. But that might not be their game plan on defense, so I don't know. The big question. See how much time I'm on? And it's a long video. The big question is, can LCA put up a point without Sage Ryan? Can they gain more than 150 yards? Can they have the momentum they had last week? Can they have it for this week? I don't think there's a chance, because Acadiana's defense is, I mean, it was Lafayette. Lafayette is up and down. It's like they're good, then it's like they're in the middle. I don't really know, guys, but you know, I know Brennan don't like to lose. He don't like to lose. I know LCA tired of losing. I know that. I already know this. Because I heard from some people like a year ago. I already know, but a lot of people that go to LC don't even think y'all gonna win this game. They don't think y'all gonna win this game. I'm not sure. They don't think y'all gonna win this game. But like, we've never given up an offensive touchdown to LCA. They've only scored 6. We've only given up 6.5 points a game against this team. The last 2 seasons, on average, we've scored 14 points a game. So like 24 points a game, my bad. But they got to try to put up some points without Sage Ryan, because last year, before Sage Ryan got injured, it looked as if Sage Ryan was going to score their first touchdown against us, but didn't score the rest of the game. Our defense just came out too big. Even though we lost Dredd, and I think we're still going to do good with our DBs. My prediction is that we get 2 interceptions and 1 sack. And I feel like the sack will be Walter and Bryson. So I feel that's going to be. But can LCA score a point without Sage Ryan? And can they put up their first ever score, offensive score, against Acadiana? We just have to find out and see. Also, Jordan Allen going to Penn State. Bronny going to Liberty. And Macy still needs more offers. But yeah, that's how I think the game's going to go. Trevor Folks still got a ball head. And Kerry still got a ball head. Let me know how y'all think this game gonna go in the comment section. People from LCA, anyone, let me know how y'all think this game will go. But you know, LCA people, bro. If you watched my videos last year, bro, y'all know what I'm about to say? Oh, man. Oh, this is my favorite part of the videos, bro. I know what I'm about to say. I still can't see that. Also, Acadiana alumni, Big Paul Hardy, gonna be in the building that game. LCA, I know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say? I bet you somebody just yelled at the screen. What are you gonna say? Y'all know what I'm about to say. That don't smell good. It's not that, but I don't care if it's LCA, LCD, LOD, LA, LA Knight, NCAA, Macy Lewis, Ray Lewis, Brian Green, Brian Black, Brian Purple, Brian Orange, Jordan Allen, Ray Allen, Michael Jordan, Bennett Thurman, Cole Bennett, Trav Falk, that ball got up, boy! Big fits, big tits, big worm, big purr, big hole, big, I don't give a damn! Last night, Dark Night, Gladys Night, Friday night, 14-0. Shh, 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 shh. Rounds and four quarters. Oh, shit.